Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Scott and Jaime Show. I'm Scott.
And I'm still Jaime.
Always will be.
Yeah.
This week's topic is dating.
Yes. That's so serious.
I don't know, because people take it very seriously.
Yeah, dating.
When in fact, if we just add a little humor to it, it's not nearly as daunting as people think. Although it can be daunting at times.
Yeah.
And talk about a recent experience you had, Jane Willis.
Yeah, so I started dating a really wonderful man, and in the very early stages of our dating, I thought, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. And so I was I'm not sure it's going to work out. I think my gut is telling me it's not going to work out, and I kept saying that. I kept talking about my gut and intuition and knowing whether or not it's going to work out and trusting my intuition. And I had a whole bunch of coaches because, I'm surrounded by coaches. So I asked a whole bunch of coaches what was happening and got different pieces of advice from different folks, or coaching really from different folks. But as it turned out, it wasn't my gut. It wasn't an intuition about here's the right thing for me, but I was really afraid of rejection. And because I was afraid of rejection, sort of my entire experience was colored by that fear, and I didn't know if I really liked him or not.
So you were really setting yourself up for a preemptive rejection.
Yeah.
So as not to be rejected.
Yes.
Yeah, and we love Sonia Lyubomirsky.
We do.
And Sonia Lyubomirsky talks about how it's important to have intuition, but in fact we should challenge our intuition. That we should pause and sort of reflect on what the intuition is telling us to do and then act.
Yeah.
And this really sort of dovetails nicely with advice that a good friend of mine once told me, that sometimes in life it's better to do nothing than to do something. And what you did, Jamie, was instead of breaking up with this man, who's a wonderful man, you went out on another date.
Yeah, I did.
And things started to shift from that date forward. And all the fear and anxiety started to lift.
Totally.
So, and it's your normal sort of posture to act, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I have to make a decision now.
Yeah.
But
I'm very quick start, so
Right.
I want to have the answers and I want to do.
Right.
And so this was just continue and see.
Right. Wait and see.
Wait and see.
Which is just not your normal mode. But I think it's great advice in dating. What's the worst thing that can happen if you go out on another date?
Yeah.
If that sort of solidifies your original intuitive belief, then fine. But if not, then you know what? Our intuition is great and we should all trust it to a certain degree, but just like with everything else, trust with verification.
Yeah. And for me, a really great question that I've asked myself is, am I afraid? Or is this really intuition?
Right.
And a lot of times that makes a big difference, because if it is fear, your intuition is not, it's wonky.
Yeah, it's almost like trying to drive drunk.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? In other words, you can drive normal when you're sober, but when you drive drunk, you're all messed up.
Right.
So if your intuition is being influenced by fear, just as if your driving is influenced by alcohol, you can't really trust it.
Correct.
See, now do you get why I said it that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jamie was making fun of me.
I was drunk driving.
Yeah.
That's what I was
you
doing.
were. You were drunk
I was
dating.
Not.
You were
I was
drunk
not.
dating, right?
I was
Drunk dating.
Yeah.
I like
Metaphorically.
that. Metaphorically. This is almost like remember the Saturday Night Live episode where they pretended they were on PBS?
No.
Oh, anyway, well, this is what we're acting like today.
Okay.
But seriously, dating is a serious matter, but it can be something that sometimes confuses you. And when you are confused, sometimes pausing and waiting and seeing, instead of just acting, is the best way to go.
I love it.
And admit it when you're afraid.
Admit it, definitely.
Talk to people.
Yay.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
See you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.